Hello, I'm Simon from Dean Stoves, and today I'm going to show you how to replace a rope seal on a stove. This is a Dean Stoves 8 kilowatt clear burn, and the rope seal which seals the door to the stove needs replacing. To do this, I need to remove the stove door from the stove. To do this, I need to just hold it hard here and at the back hinges and wiggle it and lift and at both sides, and eventually it will come off. So it will come off. So then I'll put it on the floor here and get my tools to take the rope seal out. Okay, now we have the door on the floor here. I have a few tools, very simple ones, just a screwdriver, a couple of screwdrivers and a wire brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the end of the rope seal, and I'm just going to get the screwdriver underneath it and then pull. And generally the rope will come out quite easily in one. That's the old rope coming out, and you can see the glue that's left behind in the recess. So after that, I will get one of the screwdrivers and I'm going to get rid of all the old excess glue here. So I'm going to go all the way around, that in a minute, but just to save time, I'm going to stop here for a second and get the wire brush. So once I've gone all the way round with the screwdriver, or make sure you use a Duff screwdriver, one that's not going to matter, I get the wire brush and I'm going to get the last of the glue, old glue. You won't get it all out, there'll still be the traces of the glue in there. As you can see there, I'm not going to blur it, well I'm going to blur it. See there's traces of glue there, but it's clean enough for the new glue to grip to. So I'm going to carry on and do that, and then I'm going to get the rope. Okay, now I've cleaned out all the recess for the rope of all the excess loose glue, and I'm going to put the new rope in. Now the rope you can purchase from your supplier for Dean Stoves or for whatever make or model stove you have. You need the right size rope. It's really important because the door will not close otherwise if it's too thick, or will not seal if it's too thin. So often the rope will come pre-cut, but sometimes you can go into a showroom and they'll have a whole roll of it. Be very careful, because of when it's packed it is stretched very tight, so if you actually then get it home at the right length and it's shrunk it to the right thickness, then it's too small to go around the actual door. So it's very important that you do get the right rope. So with the rope adhesive, which you can buy, I've got a very big one here because it comes straight out of our workshop, so there's no point in me opening a little one, but we sell little pots of glue, and as will most showrooms, so you don't have to have a massive one, but I'm going to use a big one. You put plenty of it, don't be shy how much you put in, so a nice good run of it, of the glue. This is a white glue, it's a special high temperature glue for rope seals. You put it all the way around the recess. Make sure you put something on the floor in case you get it on your floor, or do it in the shed or wherever it is. Now you've got two ends to, obviously to the rope, as I was about saying, which have got actually a sort of rope seal at the end. You make sure that's at the bottom, right at the bottom in the middle. Okay, so it's really important not to pull the rope, stretch it. It's better to actually puff the rope up as you go around, but make sure you do push it into the glue, because otherwise it won't stick. So it's really important you get it right. So I'm going to go all the way around, puffing the rope up as I go, and it might be a bit short at the end, but then you'll just have to do a little bit of stretching at the end. So that's quite thick there, so I'm not going to have to puff that. You'll see where it's been stretched. It's quite obvious. You can see the glue squirting out there. So I'm going to go right to the end here and work my way backwards till it all fits in nicely, because this is the right size for. So nice, make sure it's all sat in nicely and it's looking nice and even all the way around, and push tight into the recess. Okay, so we have to leave that now for the minimum of 30 minutes. It says on the glue 30 minutes. The longer you leave it, the better. So probably in about an hour's time, I shall then rehang the door and check it all works. Okay, so the glue now has gone off and the rope is very securely fastened into the rope groove. Now, so we need to rehang the door. They are quite heavy, so you might need some help. So grab the door from the bottom, got the pins, make sure the pins are there, and we just need to line them up with the holes. So do the top one, do the bottom one if I can get it in there. There it goes. You might just need to get a hammer and just tap those in a bit, but a little bit of a wriggle might get them in. There you go. And now we need to close the door, and it might take a little bit of pushing to give it a bit of close and push it up tight. Now obviously that's gone in really, really tight, so it will settle. The rope's quite large, so the rope will settle, but leave it closed, and leave it closed for an hour or two before you light the stove. You might have to adjust the door handle if it's nice and tight. Otherwise, just leave it as it is, and it'll be absolutely fine. And the door rope is now replaced. I'm Simon from Dean Stoves.